gals. We're out here at Knowles, Utah, getting a little bit of time on the rally bike. Appreciate every opportunity really that I get to spend some time on the rally bike. It's always good training, especially getting some time in the dunes for sure. So it's a Husky KTM 450 Rally replica, and this one's a 2016. So pretty much dead on to a factory rally bike, which is really, really cool and really good training to have. So excited to be out here, you know, and get some more experience just handling a big old bike like that. Transitioning from Peru into Saudi, I'm on a completely stock bike as a privateer. It's a rental bike, so I'm paying to rent this bike, and we show up and don't really even get a time to test it or to change any settings or anything. So I'm hopping right into the first stage of Dakar on a completely stock bike with stock suspension that I didn't even really get a chance to change the clickers. So I had a lot more expectation of myself just out of this year, but I also kept the mood pretty light just because I knew once you have a certain expectation of like what, you know, results you expect to have or things like that, anything can happen in Dakar. So when you have that kind of attitude towards it and things go wrong, it's super easy to get frustrated. So this year I kept kind of a lighter mentality, and I think it worked into my favor just because, you know, I wasn't really too stressed on what happened and more focused on saving my energy and riding smart and things like that. And I think that, you know, helped me out a lot, gave me a lot of knowledge and really good experience to head on into the next year, because now I know what it takes and know the intensity and know the pace and know where I can push harder and things like that and be, you know, safe doing it. And yeah, I think just heading into Dakar 2021, be a lot more prepared and a lot more focused and just a lot more experience under my belt to, you know, get towards the top step for sure. The hardest part of Dakar for sure is definitely getting there. I mean, it's kind of a joke to say that just because Dakar itself is so physically demanding and mentally demanding, but to be quite honest, as a privateer, for sure it is. I mean, we got to fundraise a lot of money to try and get there, and unfortunately the factory support and some things like that's really, really difficult to get, and this day and age a lot of it just has to come down to your connections, and I'm trying to let my results do the talking. And I've been fortunate enough to go to Dakar and to, you know, click off a incredible result, but to be honest, it's a result that I'm not, you know, satisfied with. I really want to go back and just keep pushing the limit. I got into the top 10 with some incredibly serious setbacks and mechanical failures and some things like that put me down like a couple hours. So to go back on, you know, some better equipment and some things like that to make it a little bit easier and not necessarily fight the bike as much, riding a stock bike versus something maybe that I'll be able to fine tune a little bit more, get some more time on and practice, I think is a really big deal. So it's kind of interesting to look at, you know, normal life versus what I'm doing. I'm basically working to spend a bunch of money to go to this race, but it's not just a race, you know, it's a lifestyle. It's something that you go out there and you live every single day. You're waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, you're riding down liaison sections for 4 hours while it's 30 degrees outside. You start the race as the sun's coming up and you race all day through the dunes, and it's getting, you know, it's really, really hot. So you go from freezing cold to hot, and you're riding through camels and through, you know, camps and all types of crazy stuff out there. And this is just one day. You know, anything can happen out there, and we're doing that for 12, 14 days long. So it's really hard to call that a race. You know, it's definitely more of a lifestyle, and it's an incredible feeling, and it's a reason why I put so much of my life up to this and so much effort to do this, because to be able to stand on this last year, stand on the top step of the amateur podium and be the first overall privateer and top 10 overall is an incredible result. But I know I can do better. I'm confident that I can do better, and especially with the experience behind my back, I know I can go back and I can back up Ricky and try to put another American on the podium. There's only 3 Americans ever in history to be on the podium, and then Ricky just won it, which is crazy. And I think we're a lot more capable. I'm definitely confident that Americans are capable to go back there and keep winning this thing. And I'm confident in myself that I can go back there and get an incredible result. So I'm putting everything into this. Yeah, so I'm really proud of my result and what I've been able to accomplish over there. But unfortunately, the times that we're going through right now and everything that the world's facing, it's made support really difficult to find. And I really appreciate everything that everyone has done for me to get me there in the first place. And I got a lot of stuff in the work, and I'm trying my best and really working my tail off to get back to Dakar. And I could really use everyone's help. We got some things in the works, and I'll keep you updated.